Well, I tell you, just, we're partnered really heavily with DISA and the Air Force and some of the other service components as well. But just last year, the Army CIO released the overarching guidance called the Army Network Campaign Plan. And there's a midterm and near-term implementation of guidance along with that. And this is really the beginning of how we as the Army are working together to build success of the network and to enable our soldiers really to take advantage of cloud computing and set conditions both on the internal network infrastructure as well as the cloud security stuff. And just building upon that, we also released just last March the Army Cloud Computing Strategy, which really lays out the vision of where we're headed. And you mentioned hybrid cloud computing, and that's really the environment that we're moving to. And really the goal is to improve our mission effectiveness and increase our operational IT efficiencies to better enable the warfighter. We've also published our first version of the cloud computing reference architecture. We have 3 planned versions for that, and we're currently working this year on the second version of that. And that's really a rules-based architecture, provides some left and right limits of how we're going to leverage the technology and provide some technical implementation guidance. The other thing I would say is in July, we also published throughout the Army some guidance, some policy guidance, if you will, and that really provides that left and right limits of what things we are going to allow to move out to the off-premise side of the cloud, the things that we're going to keep on-premise, either in Mil Cloud or some other capabilities that we can talk about a little bit later.
Okay.
The last thing I'd tell you was that we hosted an industry day in July at Fort Belvoir. We had over 120 some odd participants for that because we're trying to develop an omnibus contract that would be leveraged at the enterprise level for all cloud capabilities. And so that was very well attended and certainly appreciate the input we got. We're looking at probably sometime in FY17 that we might have a potential award on that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.